So as per usual, I'm on a school run with the most epic Chelsea tractor that ever existed, the Range Rover Velar. I have never seen a car get as much attention as this. I've seen people jumping out of cars and coming across the road, take photographs of it. Yesterday I went to a Cars and Coffee and everybody was taking pictures of the thing and wanting to sit in it and have a look around it. I've had people talk to me in like shopping centre car parks and stuff and just ask questions about it because it looks like something that Judge Dredd would drive from 2000 AD, and that's exactly where we are. It is one of the, if not the most desirable exterior SUV cars that I have ever seen. The interior here is absolutely bang on point as well, perfectly executed systems, although there are a number of little software glitches that I've come across in the last few days. They are very simple, so they're just mildly infuriating things, like that glass roof has a little curtain that comes across it. It comes across when you turn the car off, and it's supposed to open when you turn the car on, and it only does that maybe 50% of the time. I find that a bit weird. But that's not the only software glitch, but it's one of them. There are other ones, like the trip summary seems to just randomly reset itself back down to 0 for no apparent reason, and just randomly shows me different things. These menus are actually quite hard to use, particularly when you're driving. And I'm talking about the menu that's here in front of me. You have to click the button for menu, and that brings up this very long menu, and then there's an awful lag while you press buttons to make things happen, and then you press other buttons and nothing seems to happen. It's really bad UI, and Land Rover, Range Rover, you seriously need to look at the UI design for this. There are millions of unemployed UI designers out there. Hire one, because that's not very good. This is good, however, these two screens here. And so this is actually a screen, although it's black at the moment. I can actually change that if I touch that and then do that. No, not that, that. It'll change all that to white. So you can see then it's actually a screen down the bottom. At night time it goes into a sort of black mode down the bottom, so it looks like it's not a screen, like it's a physical plastic thing. Then we get to my problem. So did you hear that indicator sound? Listen, listen. It sounds like a grandfather clock. You need to get rid of that as well. That's not very good. This is ultra modern stuff I'm looking at here, and that sounds like a clock that used to be in the sitting room of my old house, from my mother's house, like, or my grandmother's house. It just sounds like a really old-fashioned sound. But the big fly in the ointment is the powertrain. Where do I begin? It's fine. That's the best answer I can give you. It's fine. It's like, you know, when you're talking to your partner and you go, "What's wrong?" and they go, "Nothing, I'm fine." And you know there's something actually wrong. You know it, but you can't. You don't want to prod it any more than that, because you know that's just going to result in all sorts of heartache. That's where I am with this. I don't want to talk about the engine, and yet I have to talk about the engine, because it's a 2-litre diesel. And it's not very economical. And it certainly isn't very powerful. And it doesn't have much torque either. So I'm sitting in Judge Dredd's car, but it's powered by Scooby-Doo's engine. Now there is a 3-litre version of this diesel engine in this, much more power, and of course there is always going to be a petrol version of the car as well. It'll be some sort of a V6, V8, V10, whatever they want to put into it. I get that why you would want a car that has a 2-litre engine in today's modern society. In a car this big, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It just doesn't. It's fine to drag along the road, but it is very thirsty at higher speeds because it's such a big lump of a car that's moving along the road. And then you have all of the other little niggles that comes with that when you want to overtake something, when you want to just accelerate away. It's a bit lack. You put your foot down, it's like, I'll just, oh, there's a gear, wow, you know, it just takes a long time for that response to happen because the gears aren't set up to do that. But talking about tech for a minute, this is all very, very good. You can see I'm listening to Xmas FM. It's December. It's just, it has to be done. This stuff is standard in the car you get in Ireland. This screen up at the top here, which is another electronic screen, is not standard. That is an optional extra. Basically, there's no other real options on this car. It's 21-inch alloy wheels. It's got that lovely exterior color. It's got these lovely leather seats. It is... There's an eye-watering price tag goes with this car for a 2-litre diesel. And it's in around the 100 grand mark here in Ireland. I could have a lot of car for... You can have a Range Rover Vogue for 100 grand. Like, it's not cheap. It's not. And it's not cheap in the UK either. I'm forced to tell you. It's not. It's gorgeous, but... Oh... Anyway, I'm delighted you made it this far. Hit that subscribe button if you want more of these kind of reviews. You can also check out that Patreon link down below. You can use paypal.com/Bob Flavin. Oh, you can get in touch with me any way you want. The videos will, as always, be free, but your support is massively appreciated because we have to buy new kit, new equipment, and things break down and stuff gets old and so on, man. That's just the way things are. And this is not my car. I don't buy cars and drive them, unlike other little snot-nosed weirdos. Sorry. Until the next time, I will see you on the far side.